Yeah, we're going to use the longbow triangle. Since it's the way that everything's laid out, if it was your left hand, I'd say maybe you'd have to like move the bow around, but because it's your right hand, which you just use to draw, you're able to just successfully navigate this. Alright, so then I use the longbow triumph. That's a 21. That hits. Alright, doing 6 points damage plus a fire arrow. That's a 6. So that's 7 points of damage. And I also want to make that. I want to make that an arcane shot. Bursting arrow. Because immediately after the arrow, it'll take me. There are no creatures within 10 feet, like I mentioned when I got pushed back. Right? But I just wanted to keep close to the end of the room and just like, roll that down. Lots of damage there. Action surge. Taking another shot with the longbow trying to stick with this stuff. I want Mirandalore to die. I want to be the shortest lived NPC character. One of our nicest fans. Greatest fans. The best. 20. Right, and then 11 points damage plus 1d6. 16 points damage. Mirandalore is still up, but looking very, very haggard. Okay, I take another shot at the longbow trying.
Oh my god, how many do you have?
The action surge, it has 2 attacks per action. So when you surge, you can attack 20. That hits. Doing.
I'm giving you inspiration.
13 points damage. Plus a d6 flame arrow. A 1 to 14. Mirandalore falls to the ground. Smoking, blackened, Shout out Mirandalore. Love you. Keep listening to the end of the show. It's like when Sonny Corleone gets ambushed.
I was thinking it's more like when you're playing like a Street Fighter game and you just stun lock somebody.
Juggling.
So you're just juggling them, your combo after combo after combo.
Rocket Tom yells out, Tripoloni, Mirandalore has fallen. Move to the right. I also want to take a movement and just kind of move back from where I'm assuming they are. You know? Yeah. So just like get as much distance as I can. So that was 5 words turn. Oh, it's do we know how much was from a meta perspective? If Mirandalore had not taken the full 8 points of damage from you, it's probably fair.
Really? Okay,
Yeah. So don't downplay 8 points of damage. Like that's the difference between Mirandalore having an action this turn and not having an action. Okay. Oh yeah, it's below. Communicate with us on Tripoloni takes to the air with its wings and flies in close to Kybor. Like, not me, I'm weak. You don't want me. Drops down in front of Kybor and tries to fight him.
49 minutes to get home. What the?
Tries to fight with AC 19. AC 19. That hits. Okay? 11 points of piercing damage. And you will take a constitution save. And reminder, I am a man. So that's a 21. Well, Tripoloni again reaches out with his body this time and tries to grab the body. Oh, ooh, critical! Successfully hitting you, doing. You know what? I don't like that. He doesn't get critical. Oh, you're gonna use? Yeah, I'm lucky. Why don't you go ahead and roll that?
You're lucky to make other people.
Yes.
It was
It's a crazy fucking roll.
long rest and then you make really try to save it.
Choose which die to use. Oh wait. Or when an attack roll is made against you. Yes. Yep. Rerolling the attack. Reroll a character. It's AC 17. Still hit. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. However, Tripoloni is wrapping itself around you, constricting you. Okay? On your turn, you can try to escape. Okay? Young one's child.
That's a boa.
I got it. It's a long boa constrictor. Gum Gum, you're up.
All right.
That'll be 8. A bolt of light shoots from my chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet must and the Constitution saving throw take 1d6 radiant damage and blinding.
Ooh.
So I guess I'll do the one that has an
You know
attack
what?
damage
I'm
bonus.
gonna take the other.
Yeah, the 19. I think if I remember right, you're saving like 14.
Okay, and then to that creature and to the attack. I feel like a recurve pose.
Let's see that reckless attack. You got to roll a 22, which is a hit.
So that's 12 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2.
23 points of damage on Bronkatonk, who is still standing and strong like a tonk.
And then I'll use my second attack to do it again.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack. Strong. Strong. That does a 19, that hits.
21 damage.
He's taking a significant amount of damage. He is still standing. You do notice that as you're attacking him, up close and you're striking him with your axe, you notice every time you strike him that your weapon sizzles.
So this means
Wait, are these doubloons? Yeah, okay, so your winged snakes. Right. I did it.
It was right there in front of me all.
If you stop looking at both, you know.
Sorry, everyone else has looked up some things.
It's Bronkotonk's turn, and Gum Gum is standing right in front of it.
Yes, Bronkotonk, the Tibulian. Yes.
Bronkotonk is going to strike out and bite at you.
big things.
Yes. That is a 16. Certainly hits. Doing 8 points of damage. Piercing. Okay, so you take half, and you must make a Constitution save. Oh no! I rolled a 1. You start to feel really sick.
I like the idea that you didn't throw up, you just made the sound of you throwing up.
And he's actually gonna try to strike out and fight you again.
I'm gonna start spitting. You start feeling sick, makes your mouth
Yeah.
funny, like,
AC 17 is a hit. 9 points of piercing damage. You take half. You would have to make another saving throw to turn kill. The side effect of you feeling sick, by the way, is that you have disadvantage on attack rolls. Now, Bronkotonk, Mud, you're up.
what's what? That took so long. What size beast are these
Medium.
Oh, yay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna conjure 2 giant toads.
Really excited about that. Okay.
So much has happened. I know that there's 2 left, Bronkotonks and Mandalorian's dead. I killed her. Mandalorian's dead.
What happens when a toad gets struck by lightning?
Not yet. I just rewatched it. So funny you say that. Where are they? How far are they?
Sumpaloni is currently constricting Tybor, kind of at the back of the party, and Bronkotonk is near the front of the party, currently engaged in melee combat with them.
Okay, I'm going to conjure them next to each civilian, or I can have them conjure and charge. But they're going to do a fight on each of them.
Okay.
Bad rolls. 6 and 8.
Neither connects.
What is Mrs. Dalton? You can't do it.
You.
Oh, okay. You got it.
Nice. Alright, is that it for you, bud?
Yeah, that's it. I waited 45 minutes to fail on my attack, and now John's gonna go take a pee pee break.
Alright, back up to the top of the initial order, Bart.
Yeah. So I just realized I have an item in my collection that I've never used before. A thunderstun drop.
That's so awesome.
Use an action to strike Strum sonorously. That can be heard from up to 300 feet away. All creatures in a 15-foot cone must make a Constitution saving throw. Take 5d6 and be stunned until the next turn.
Ooh, you use it once.
Yeah, I could choose both colors.
I'm currently being wrapped, and I think the other person is face next to me. So
Yeah.
they could you could theoretically like make the cone just like
Yeah, could I like have it avoid Gum?
Yeah, you can have hit only the one Kavulian that he's currently engaged.
It's like that movie Drumline with Nick Cannon. It's gonna-
So it says it must make the Constitution saving throw, but the item doesn't say what that is here.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the-
Okay.
Yeah, where did you pull that from?
It's DC 14. So you do have like an overall spell save DC.
Okay.
And it would use that spell save DC, which in your case is 14.
Thunderstruck.
That would be Rockapunk when you make that save. Ooh, a 5, that's a failure.
So it's 5d6 damage. That is a 18.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage on Rockapunk. And then what else happens? He's stunned?
He's stunned until the next turn.
Ooh, okay, yeah, he looks kind of weak and he's stumbling around.
Yeah, that's right. I banged the drum, baby.
Like, is that a few part?
Pizza.
Alright,
What check do I need to do to get this stupid Napoleon off me?
the state DC for the description is 16.
17.
So you do manage to pick this up.
Oh, flex my muscles. They just can't hold on to the bulge. Yeah. Okay. Is that an action or is that just like?
No, it's just like a bump.
Okay. They're all up in my face, so I'm assuming I'm gonna have disadvantage for.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna yeah. One more. It's 29 and a 26.
Hit.
Okay. You mean 8 plus an additional 1d6. That's a 2.
Okay.
I'm still going to call it an arcane shot, and it's going to be a grasping arrow, which is a creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 poison damage. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes 2d6 slashing damage the first time on each turn. It moves 1 foot or more. Brambles last for a minute until you use this option again, or until the creature uses an action. Well, they're not resistant to getting taken down by a bunch of brambles. So I'm gonna roll 2d6 poison damage. Alright.
Well, you would know.
5. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that, and then I continue. I have another attack.
Yeah.
So 21, and then I can again. 14.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's doing 11 points of damage plus d6.
Still standing, but looks kind of bloody.
Because they are kind of tethered down, if I were to leave, would that be an attack of opportunity?
I'll say that because of the crap, that they were unable to make the attack.
Okay. Well, then that case I skip away. And I put a pretty significant amount of distance between me, and I try to find like the center between the two bands that we're currently facing. Okay. Or at least that much distance.
I don't see Kyber as a skipper.
Aye, aye, Kybor.
Skipper though.
I mostly do it to make. I am not a skipper, but I wanted to make that person. So
You want to throw them off.
yeah, so it's not true. So Gum Gum, it's your turn. The building in front of you is currently stuck. Okay. Say like 10, 15 people on you. Shoot my blind thing.
It's not stuff.
Yeah. Must succeed on Constitution saving throw. Take 1d6 radiant damage. Then fail. Yeah. So they're just blinded.
They're blinded and
Take 6 damage. Circolone is blinded, takes a little bit of damage, stumbles back, and falls onto a pile of rusty swords on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
rusty swords. And then I jump and take a reckless attack and stuff.
Sounds like a Ninja Turtle.
I like the
It's
one.
good. Wasn't Circolone the one that was tethered? Yeah. So then they were also like, yeah, it's kind of like a force. It's like a vaudeville bit where you're like stumbling and like hot water falls on you and you put your hand on the stove and something falls.
Especially when they were
I
stumbling
can.
at the snake. Recklessly attacking with that advantage. And they're also stunned. But then I have poison.
It evens out. It's just one.
But would I not get advantage if the attack is stunned? And
I don't know how it stacks. Like you would never roll 3. You never get double advantage.
But I had already lost one
So
advantage.
you would say they cancel and then you have the one.
Yeah.
Sure. No precedent is being set here. I reserve the right to change this
Yes,
decision in the
and
future.
Nat 20. Nice. Well, I'm just gonna take that one.
Okay.
So that's all.
So roll your damage and then we'll add max damage on top of it.
Savage attacks. You score a critical hit. Roll one weapons dice one additional time and add 2 extra damage. That's it.
Okay.
So
So I have 2d12 and then an additional maximum die on top of that. So it's 15 plus 12, 27. Are there any additional
rating and +2.
Oh, also. It doesn't matter.
No, but I want to use this.
Okay.
but if he's
This is the
dead,
first time I've read the friendly apps.
Right.
Oh shoot! And I also got two. I got to kill with the longbow tribe so that I get D10 temporary damage.
what happens to the friendly action?
It's another randomizer. So I rolled D8. I rolled 3, which means advantage on your next save. So
Yeah. Crocodile fall to the ground. Very dead. Many touches.
I know.
Well, you did because you gave me advantage.
That's good.
You all vanquished the enemies here. You're in this room that we said earlier is really cool.
Definitely.
I mean, bullet points. What's your lucky points?
And
Yeah.
he gets like gold or like money.
There's all kinds. There's copper pieces, silver pieces, and gold pieces.
All my toys go and swallow all of them.
Could I start shoveling some into my bag of holding?
All told, you all split however you want. There's 599 gold. So 150 each, but one person gets 149.
So what, it's gold each?
You might get some extra because you used it. I give you one of my gold pieces, and then that's going to go to.
Oh, it's a gumbo.
It's a gumbo tax.
There's also, you find a couple of various doodads here.
Yes,
You find a set of gold teeth, a bronze bracelet, and a silver.
I like wearing best bracelet for gumbo for a difference. You ask about the teeth.
So Dumbo takes teeth, Mud takes the bracelet. I'll take a ring.
Oh yeah, it's because your hand. So are the teeth now? Are they like dentures or like what?
Yeah, you would imagine it would be like dentures.
Dig them in and I put them on. Can I wear them?
You've got actual teeth.
I know. Can I?
We can fix that. Like, wait, we can go
Or he just punches himself. They can.
No, they're intended to go like over gums.
Well, I guess. Well, I am gums.
Oh, nice.
I'm glad we finished that, and now we're all the way through the cave. I hold up the and I mouth them with my hand. I really enjoy your day.
Mud, it's your turn.
Yay, Mud gets your turn. Mud gets to do something.
Left path, center path, and right path. The only action available is hit elementary, which is
First, I'd like to introduce you to my folks. This is Gabby, and this is
Or taps them on the head. Just a pat down.
the one with the check. It's elementary available, which is intelligence. Do it. I'll do it. I'll be smart. So smart. Then part B. Nope. That's a 2. That is not. So you have a left path, center path, and a right path available in front of you. Center. Right path.
Oh, geez. So now we have 3 out of 5.
Yeah. You come across what looks like a dead end, but cleverly carved through the sandy wall and make your way closer to the prisoner. I roll. You do it. Take roll. It's a pretzel. That means it is Mark's turn. You have fortune path, it's elementary, and careful. Strength, intelligence.
I'll do the intelligence one.
So if you make an intelligence check,
11.
not quite good enough. But you do have a left, a center, and a right path card.
Right.
Mystery is it's a right path.
I don't know what mysteries are. Potions. Labels.
I'm giving you labels now.
No, I know.
You'll just collect these stuff. Be like, what is this? I don't remember. I've had it in my inventory forever. Partially buried in the sand, you see like the top of a potion with a little cork stopper popping out.
Pick it up.
Pick it up. It is labeled, and it says elixir of health.
All right. Pop it in.
Also, should I do like rolls or anything? So, eventually, over time, it will stay, or you could, if you have like elixir of health, take that.
Oh.
Yeah, the elixirs you got.
Just this one. I guess, like, what are the effects of the poison on Coco?
This has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability check.
Oh, I could get my elixir. Pop it in. I want to feed it to go from like a bottle.
Let me use like a baby bird, but that works too.
But we both get the benefits of that.
All right, yeah, you feel the negative effects leaving your body. You feel much healthier, much better. Well, we're popping the potions gonna get probably get
You could give me spells.
That's what you meant. I forgot you have that ability. Yeah.
I mean, like, I've got spell slots.
Yeah. So I roll a d3. I roll a 2. Creature gains 1 extended spell slot level, which is so you get the level 2 spell slot back.
That part is Ivor. Cool. Forge path is it.
Forge your path. Let's do it.
Every time you do it, you sound like TikTok. Like you need a little bit of sunshine. You guys so much. That's a 12. That is not enough, but you do have 3 paths ahead of you: left, center, and right. Plan. Right path. Oh, thank you. You spot 2.
No. I said left.
Correct path.
I want to throw your mason jar against the wall.
You spot 2 Jabulians slithering by, talking about prisoners, and follow them from a distance to another cave. Gum Gum. All that's left is careful consideration. You have 2 cards in the book.
It's been more than 10 minutes since I got blood slap, right?
No.
Okay.
There's any guy that still has my body that's breaking.
Combat is really fast.
So I have 1 hour left. This route is a little longer, but then I don't have to drive through the traffic jam in
Left, center, and right.
that is Oslo.
You reach a corridor and sneakily peek around the corner. You catch a glimpse of several knives and chains. You reach the prisoner. That one stays in. Everyone except John gets an inspiration die.
Supervising producer. I'm making the call. I already have inspiration
Everyone
dice.
gets inspiration die.
That stays in.
No. There looks to be a lone guard watching over the entrance to the dungeon cell. It's difficult to tell how many prisoners are inside. The guard has not spotted you yet.
My toe is attacking.
You hear a voice in the distance. The guard turns to look and walks off in that direction. I cast the thingy that gives everybody pass without a trace. Mark knows my spell better than I do.
I know that he's big.
Oh, watch. So, like the hallway is kind of so that the hallway looks like we'll see us. And she goes to the church.
Okay, that's minor illusion.
Sure.
Top a wall up.
Yeah.
So
And I want it to look like the walls that are currently in this.
Yeah, so someone approaching with that. Yeah, I got it.
Prisoners now.
So y'all are approaching the prisoners to talk to them?
Mud brushes. Mud brushes.
Okay, yeah.
Let's take an action.
You enter the room and there's like a smithing table, some hanging manacles, and chained to the wall in front of you shackled are 4 or 5 prisoners that look inside. You went to the barber shop, didn't you? You're some pretty
It's the parts and you go, and the one, and the two.
and you know these the Toon sisters, and they're currently manacled in prison.
My name is Mark, and here's the scene.
Look up which both of you. Oh, thank you. The keys for the manacles are on the smithing table over there.
Place them all on the mat. I stand in half. I set up my hunting trap.
Oh, got it. Right. Sheriff looks around and kind of furrows her brow.
Hold up. This can't be everyone. Where's Jake, Darren, Louie?
The Toon sisters kind of look down.
Well, speak up. They're not dead, are they?
So Toon says, no, I mean, well, we don't know. Reno Toon says, they're taken into that points across to a north. All we know is that no one ever comes back. Sheriff strokes his chin for a second, glances at the door, turns to you all and says,
I need your help. I have a duty to lead these folks back to Pious Pass, but I can't just leave Chick and the others behind. Can I count on you to find them and bring them home?
Absolutely.
You bet.
I miss Chick. She was one of my BFFs from Pies Past. After we robbed her shop.
no, I was wondering if that was going to come up.
It was a bonding illegalness.
Yeah.
So Gov is gonna leave with these 4.
Yeah, Sheriff tips her hat to you all and says,
As soon as I get these folks to safety, I'll come back as quickly as I can to help. Good luck.
he starts leading the Toon sisters back the way you came.
Alright, to the north then. Into this place where no one ever returns. Or surely we will.
Like a bed for a long rest. It's locked for
Like I said, there was a smithing table. It's got various like hammer, gate, nails, chains, the manacles. Nothing really other than that.
I'll take some manic. Some extra different.
So there were 4 obviously that were chaining them down.
The
4
stream
guns
might
and
cut out now because the connection here is not that good through the forest.
Are you doing right there? It's very loud.
Well, no, I just like connect them together.
You run. Oh, okay,
So
got
that
it.
I keep the key. To the man. I got the key. Oh, I asked for the man. I know. Yeah, we already picked up people because I have
Isn't that like I know you guys know
Chanting coming from the other side of the door.
of where they pointed of where they put
Yeah.
the other
Oh, they're probably getting sacrificed.
is there big old god, huh?
I use disguise self to make myself look like Mandalorian. Stab him. Oh wait, can look treasure places on there. Look
No,
right
no.
I think we don't do it stealthy.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Great. So you all have just Trace and Barthoff has There it is. Yeah. You open the large stone door to a cavernous sandstone hall bathed in firelight. You see rows and rows of billions bowing toward a raised stone dais in the center, surrounded by a pool of green fluid. But some of the civilians look different. Half of them are no longer limbless serpents with wings. Now some have glowing orange arms. To the north, you can see a cave mouth shaped like a fang The crowd cheers and raises their fists. What the quick whisper?
I was laughing at imagining them like so they're like bowing and like going like this. But they're like some of them don't have legs, so I'm just imagining a whole worm. Like
Smiley on Sesame Street.
I thought too. I appreciate you thought of that.
It's an 8, but it almost was 20.
Well, this was a rep.
Don't I have an extra die thing back in at 8 too? For Mark?
Oh yeah, you could.
16, yeah.
Well, you remember that quadrants should not have a right arm. You, during your encounter, when you lost your family, you fired an arrow into that right arm. Rob continues. Out from the fang mouth come 4 squadrons escorting a line of pies chained up together. You recognize Chick, Para, and Moody among the prisoners. They're all dragged up toward the stone dials. The last pie in the line is much shorter, paler, and has red eyes. Recognize her as The sergeant looks down at the prisoners and says, The squadrons yank on the chains and all the prisoners fall to the ground prone with their arms outstretched. The squadron unsheathes an articulated arm holding it high.
they're gonna cut their arms off and give us the Napoleons?
Find out next week. My tales of the Sticky Dragon.
Okay, so to be clear, is different than quadrant. Or are they the same?
Well, tune in next week and find out.
I think it's just what they call them.
They call them I feel real bad about putting like Umrah backwards is. Oh, it's snake.
All right,
Three
see ya.
backwards.
What's Napoleon backwards? Quick.
Find out all these answers next week on Tales of the Sticky Dragon. Thank you everyone for listening.
And new butt.
Trabuxin. Trabuxin.
Okay, next episode. Come on. No, that one.
Okay, do you tired trolls stop on into the Sticky Dragon and buy our latest bits? We kick to the cannibals. It's a mixture of limb and slime sherbet, 1 can of White Claw, crushed grape soda, topped with maraschino berries. Swagging this gargantuan gut rot, you'll no longer be fed up with people. Previously, our adventurers infiltrated the twisting tunnels of the Tabulian lair. After facing off with some formidable foes and torturous traps, they finally found a few familiar imprisoned pies. But can they rescue the rest from Quadrant's clutches before life and limb are lost? Or will they pay the ultimate cost? Grab hold of your boots and scooch on in, because it's time for this tale of Armageddon.
Grabbing onto my hooch. Here we go.
There's like a missing rhyme there. There's like an Armageddon or Armageddon to begin. I don't know. You're setting up for a rhyme, and I was like, just me.
I was too focused on hooch, so.
We're living in the pun of Armageddon. we just had this back and forth with my computer. So if we're going against Quadrant, who is a robot, I'm really gonna put my heart and soul into this fight because I'm not happy with machines as well, guys. You got your frustration on him? Yep. Is Quadrant all machine or Quadrant software? Ooh, we might have to find out this episode, won't we? He's pure evil, John. He's pure evil.
Well, it's not the quadrant. It's raw.
And what's going on with that? Yeah, so is Imran and the same? Yeah, arm.
It sounds like it is the same. I think we figured out it's arm backwards, and that these Tiburians are worshiping him because I think he's cutting off arms of people or of pies in particular and giving them to him.
Yeah, if you're an entire race of individuals that don't have arms, find this guy who has a plethora of arms. Makes sense to be like, ooh.
In the kingdom of blind men, the six-eyed man is king.
Yeah. Is that how that goes?
That's exactly how it goes. Okay, so you're opening the large stone door to a cavernous sandstone hall bathed in firelight. You see rows and rows of pavilions bow before a raised stone diet, surrounded by a pool of green fluid. But some of the pavilions look different. Half of them are no longer limbless circles with wings. Now some have glowing orange arms. To the north, you can see a cave mouth shaped like a fang maw. And out from the mouth, a towering figure splits from the darkness onto the head. The Twi'leks continue chanting, Ra, Ra, Ra. Firelight flickers across the pale body of Quadrant. He smiles wide, raises forearms.
The fuck? Spoken with a great cloud.
Quadrant's right eye shimmers and radiates with the dark's light. The crowd cheers and races their fists. Out from the bang mouth come four squadrons escorting a line of pies chained up together. You recognize Chick, Para, and Moody among the prisoners. They're all dragged up before the stone dive. The last guy in the line is much shorter, paler, and has red eyes. Recognize her, Casper. Quadrant looks down at the prisoners and says,
Are you guys able to hear what they're saying on the podcast?
Squadrons yanked on the chains and all the prisoners fall to the ground, firmly with their arms outstretched. Squadrons unsheathed an articulated arm, holding it high. Well, lucky for you guys, nobody has noticed you all entered the room yet. So you all get a little surprise action to figure out what it is you're gonna do here. Bursting arrow!
Yeah, I think Bart is still invisible. I think Mud cast web trace before we went in, correct?
Yes.
Also, disguise self, so I look like a.
I guess without arms, right? Because you haven't really seen the with arm ones yet.
I take a look around the room and adds arms to the
How many Tiburians are there? There's quite a few Tiburians. They're in rows facing up toward the dais. If you had to make a guess, I'd say you estimate that there's probably like 20.
The odds are against us. I feel inclined to try diplomacy before just jumping into action.
There is no diplomacy with Quadrant.
Well, I meant more with like the Tiburians.
I wish the audience could see Blaine's face when he said that. He looked so disgusted and so just like, how dare you even suggest diplomacy?
I don't even know you, but
They're clearly a misled people, and I put more fault into Quadrant than the Tiburians, if I'm going to be like pragmatic about
I'm
this.
gonna put some arrows in the Quadrant.
You can do that. I'm not defending Quadrant here. Bad guy. Lots of arms, bad guy.
I'm worried that there's just too many of them, and Quadrant's probably too powerful if we try to attack. So, like, the question is here, do we try to, like, make a distraction and save the prisoners? Do we try to, like, just go for Quadrant? Like, I don't know what to do here.
field quadrants and prosthetic.
Are you guys able to hear what they're saying?
Nudges, and says,
Do you understand English?
these are people. You've got to help them. So this is your moment. Go, go, go. How far away are they? So you all enter through a door that's kind of to the south of the room. So you enter from like kind of the southwest corner of the room, and the room opens up in front of you. The first group of Tribulians is probably not that far away, say 20 feet, but the space going on to the dais is a little further beyond that. We'll call it like 40, 45 feet or so.
And are there any like of those warp gates, just those really convenient portals to another land?
Oh, the immersed gateway? No, you do not see any immersed gateways, but you do see that entrance at the center northern portion of the room where the prisoners will come.
And is that also where Baldwin is?
Quadrant's on the dais, kind of in the center of the room, so like 40, 45 feet away or so.
A little bit of a theater in the round, so he's doing.
Yeah, kind of. It's rectangular, but yeah, that's the same.
So it's a box theater then.
Yeah.
I smack Gungan's butt.
Okay.
We should try to like go around the like side of the walls to where the prisoners are on the other side and get them back out that door and escape.
Yeah. So just to Barbara's point, the prisoners were dragged out of that door to the north, but they have been brought up to the dais with Quadrant kind of in the middle of the room. They've been forced to kneel there.
And we already blew our sending stone text, right? Our phone friend. Yeah, and I don't know if we have time to like telephone.
The idea here is that this is supposed to be a surprise round, not that you would have necessarily time to send a message to get one back.
Bart's invisible and has pastoral trace. If Bart, while Gundam does some of his charismatic charisma, wants to like try and get to the prisoners and do sneaky sneaky.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like if I tug on one of them while invisible, is that gonna like freak him out? Or is it gonna be like, maybe it's a sign?
Does Chick know you? Does Chick know you?
I mean, we all met Chick back in the highest class when we shop and stole a bunch of stuff.
I think we gotta take our move. This is a surprise.
Okay. John, you're a Tribulian in disguise, so you go play counter and try and convince other Tribulians to go along with it. Or you're invisible, you grab get the captives out of the way. I'll be distraction. Lane, you do. You have Kyborg. Kyborg, you go after Quadrant or take his eye or something. I don't know.
Wait, what? No, we gotta pick one of the here. Don't go. If you can convince the Tibulians to turn on Quadrant, that's the what we can do here.
One thing is you're really dressed up, so you can be like, yeah, he makes sense. You know.
Okay, so Mud tries to like join the back of the crowd and be one of the Tibulians.
You, what's your name?
I don't think it's me. Are you speaking common or draconic?
Draconic, bro. You're speaking common right now.
Okay, because Quadrant's here. Quadrant knows speak draconic. You know, you got it. Right. My name is Fizzle Sticks.
Oh, Fizzle Sticks. Are you as excited as we are to see Umra unleash the Armageddon?
Yes, look at my new arms. They're so orange and cool, aren't they?
Oh, you're so lucky. What did you do to earn your arms so quickly from Umra?
I want to spell it.
Oh, the greatest of us all. Did he bow into you?
Yes, I spelled all the words.
Make a deception check just for fun.
What check?
Deception. Okay. I like the shock in your voice. Oh, what?
I'm using inspiration dice. That was a 9. This was a 5. That was a 6.
It got worse.
9.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and roll their insight here. Look at me, they're not the brightest.
I really should have advantage though because I'm dressed like them and I got cool arms.
Dude, I'm looking at my spell slots and all that stuff. I don't need that now.
This is why I have to do this.
And also get a 9.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'll give that to you, Typus, for the runner.
Wait, why don't you have arms? Oh, were you bad this year?
It's several of them. They're kind of grouped up together. Oh, none of us have been deemed worthy yet. We're hoping to reach for our arms today.
That would be great.
there an area that's opposite, like the other direction, where I could strike the back of the thing?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Also, can we roll initiative just for like a 10 minutes? Do you think?
I'm gonna kind of give everyone one shot to do something. I'll go around the horn here, and then we'll
Surprise.
Right, exactly. So that was pretty much Mud, and now Gum Gum. What were you gonna do?
So I'm gonna distract. I wanna go to wherever that like raised area that's opposite of where the front of the thing is, where the captain's from.
So to the center of the room, to the dais.
Well, they're opposite, so that their attention would be turned the other direction. So
Oh, so like the very south wall then.
yeah,
Okay.
I want to go there and I want to take a little of my exploding jelly and throw it up so it like makes a little tunnel. Does that make sense?
What's it gonna explode with?
I just don't know, like it's the ceiling, just a little like
Oh, gotcha.
okay, not a lot, very little, just enough to get attention. Okay, and then once everyone's looking at these ones, oh no! Jesus. What was that? Why don't we go? Come. The Great Wizard. I tell you, there is another way to get your arms. A magical way. And I can get the cannons. I have already done so, my friends. If you know Voltac and Archers, they have already gotten their arms without violence.
Ooh, calling back to actual names. It's an interesting tactic. Go ahead and make me a deceptive check as well, but I'll give you advantage for referencing their patrons.
I really wasn't on the board before, but you gotta do what you gotta. 21. Oh,
That's pretty good.
5. I'm gonna go with 21.
We'll go with the 21.
All right, choice.
You're probably going to beat them, but let's see what they roll. Ooh, they got like a 16. Let's redo some of the Tupulians in your area lean in a little closer. If you want, we can say that's everything you've done for now. And keep moving.
Yeah.
Bart or Kyborg, does any of you have an idea of what you all want to do?
Is there anything dangling above Quadrant, like a big exploding chandelier, exploding chandelier made of?
Yes, this is surrounded by green liquid, some of which on the lake that closest stuff to kind of damage quality flame fluid. And yeah, sure, why not? We'll say it's an unfinished ceiling and there's a couple of stalactites up above the dials.
Indeed, can Kyborg do a ready strike?
Yeah, you could. That being said, it would not proc during the surprise round, so it basically would waste your surprise round, and you could inactivate it during once it is in your round. So everyone gets one action right now for a surprise.
Like we just do this dialogue and all that, and normally through.
I think a great action for Kyborg is actually withholding action, because that's character moves. Right over his head. Right over.
I thought you were gonna say something like, I think forgiveness is the right action.
No. Don't forget Kyborg. No.
What a twist. What a twist the art.
Don't forget Quadro.
Well, I wonder what Guts and Micah would do if like was like, you know what, Kyber's gonna be back up.
Wow, that would changes where you
Is this the boss fight? Is this the boss fight? Is this
don't think like video games.
well, because I have the longbow crystal in it, so if I have the opportunity, I can switch my bow over.
Well, do
The
that.
thing is, though, is if I claim that Quadrant is with the longbow, I can do this thing where I deem him my nemesis enemy or whatever, my nemesis. Where if I do that, then I get disadvantage on everything that doesn't go against Quadrant. So if we're not facing Quadrant for the final time right now, then I'm gonna mix myself up for what 10 days. It's just you announce it, right? So that's not even a turn thing. That's just like a reaction.
So it's switching its weapon.
Yeah. You don't have to announce
Do it.
So I have to say forever when during the target of your attack becomes your sword enemy until it dies, or until 7 days later. You can only have one such enemy at a time. Your sword enemy dies, you choose a new one.
Don't think, just do.
Okay, fine. Switch out the bow persona, and then I've just got an arrow trained on Quadrant. Okay. Do I have to scream forever if it's her, or can I whisper for us?
You can whisper it gently to the bow.
Okay. I see. What color I do? I do. And I have
growling at his foe.
I'm following that canon as you did both. Did you like it?
What's up?
How far is this center dais thing?
You came in the door in the southwest corner of the dice in the center. It's kind of a diagonal northeast from you. We'll say 340, 420 or so. And don't forget, there is that green pool of liquid that's kind of in a semicircle along the southern edge. So if you want to get to the dice from where you are, you have to go north, kind of around the pool, and approach it from the north.
Okay. So there's no like stairs or like bridges.
It's like a moat.
Yeah, it's almost like a moat. You have to go up to the northern wall and then kind of head southeast from there to get around. You could try jumping over it. And it is 5 feet across, at its thickest it's 10 feet across.
I'll go try to get onto the center there and jump over so I don't have to go all the way around.
So to do that, it's from the southern edge, it's the thinnest. We'll say it's about 5 feet across. You're gonna head over from the south. So the south is also where Gungam is. So that actually works to your advantage because every civilian there in the southern portion has turned around and is facing south to see Gungam's distracted. So you'd be able to jump even though you're invisible and have not facing. No one's actually looking in the direction for this moment where you're doing this. So go ahead and make an athletics check to see if you can jump the pipe.
Alright. Oh, I got 17.
Oh, curses!
It went from a 4 to a 14.
We were kind of hoping you would jump it. Also,
Smash.
yeah, you are able to jump across. It's not very big, but in your mind, it's bigger than it actually is. But you
How
managed it.
deep is it?
You don't know because it's like an opaque green liquid. You can't really see the bottom. But yeah, you jump across to the dais and land on there. Is there anything else you want to do? I guess technically you get one action and movement. We'll say you move here, so yeah, you can still do something if you want.
Question for the team. I could attempt to use polymorph on Quadrant and change him into a different thing and push him in to the green liquid. Because I feel like this guy's a big guy and probably wouldn't.
As cool as it sounds, man, there's no world in which he fails that role because he has such crazy modifiers. Like, didn't we try to do something to him in the last encounter, the flashback, and he just like, I don't know what he goes.
I think it also that doing that spell would break my invisibility, I guess.
Well, it's a concentration spell, so yes.
Want to give away your position? Can you cast it and like if we pass it, then hey, it works. If not, then
Just to clarify for how the spells work, remember invisibility to advantage on your self. But so even though you would manage
Quadrant's body is metal.
it looks like all of it. I see the gears turning in Barbara's head.
I just like I guess it's like what direction do we go and do we try to take him out?
I'm on team Duncan right now. That's where Mel is. Okay.
I'm gonna cast heat metal on Quadrant.
Okay. I was gonna just to clarify and like give a little more description specifically for this, Barbara. It does appear that he's all metal with the exception of his 4 eyes and his 3 regular eyes and then his glowing orange eye. Size that I can just for clarification. Yeah.
Just to be clear, if you cast heat metal right now, you just walk right up to him and cast a spell right next to him.
Yeah. Gotta do something here. I'm gonna actually try to tug at the prisoners and try to lead them away.
We're all so on edge, man. This is miserable.
Pretty much the only direction you go off the dais is north. Like I said, the other sides are surrounded by that green liquid. So you want to try to tug them and pull it back to the north, or you're trying to go back out that exit to the north, or west or east around the liquid? What do you think?
Probably the exit to the north.
Okay, so you start kind of tugging on them to the north.
Yeah. And I maybe go.
Yeah, I hear that from a distance away.
All right. Now that everyone has taken like a little surprise action here, everyone just go ahead and roll a d6 so we can get started.
16. 14. We
see Gus roll 20 d20s. Your honor.
So just to clarify, Bart was 17, Gumgum was 14, Clyboard was 11, and Bud was 16.
Yeah. Charm trade. Okay. You were out. One left. I got one.
Don't use it for an initiative roll.
Man, if it hadn't been for Miranda Lorian, I'd have literally all of my things. That exploding arm cannon thing and a bunch of hilarious.
Yeah.
If you get a bunch of enemies in front of a boss battle, you give us a save point. You give us a checkpoint for the boss
You
battle.
gotta stop thinking about it's like a video game. It's hindering you.
Yeah. Like, only the non-playable character had forced me to use all my good stuff.
To get all the buttons on D&D Beyond.
I thought it would be fun, alright? So, last episode's gonna be real funny. You're welcome for my sacrifice.
Where we all die.
That's this episode that we all die.
The thing is, Zach, like you're playing to like Bart and I were spellcasters, but we play the game all the time of having to like figure out how to slowly use our spell slots, strategically, so we don't get to the end of stuff and don't have any spell slots.
You're right. Give me your spells. Give me your spells. Give me your
I cast Call Lightning on Kybor.
Give me a spell slot. I need this.
As polymorph on Kyber.
When it gets to your arc, alright, then I'll give you whatever you need.
Sure. I cast Conjure Animals. 8 cows fall on Kybor.
Okay, I'm finally done rolling my 35 initiative rolls over there. Bart, make me a stealth check. Just because you're close to everyone and you're moving prisoners now.
With advantage, though, right?
With advantage, yes. And also an additional plus 10 to pass that. Yes.
34.
How is it 34?
Well, 24. 24 plus 10 trace aspect.
Still modifier plus 10. Oh my god.
No. Wait, is your stealth modifier plus 10? Oh, are you proficient in it?
Yes. I mean, my stealth is just plus 10.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
What's your dex?
My dex is plus 7 on saving throws and plus 4 on checks. So it's 18 total.
Wait.
I guess, like, what number are you asking for?
What's your dexterity? What's your dexterity?
I was looking at the wrong character sheet and it didn't make sense. I was looking at your character sheet and it just said power. That's why I was like, I was looking at the wrong character. Now I look at it, I see all the numbers add up. That is correct. Yeah. Wow, crazy. That is impressive. All right, 24. Just for fun, I'm gonna roll. I think this is an impossible roll for me, but I'm gonna check anyway. 34. This is definitely impossible for me. Yeah, there's no way. I rolled 2 d20 and I still didn't get to 34.
So my performance and my stealth are my highest modifiers. So if you ever need sneaky boys, it is on.
My highest one is my animal handling.
So, Bart, you were up there on the dais and you're kind of pulling the prisoners away. You're kind of close to Quadrant, and there's like 4 squadrons around him. They don't seem to take note of you as you're pulling the prisoners away. They do all, however, notice Gum, and their eyes are on him right now in the southern end of the room. They are familiar with you guys, so 2 of the
We are now
squadrons
in
that are up
Lillestrøm.
there decide they want to do something about Gum being down there in the south.
So it's their turn right now.
Correct. I said you make a check because you're up there and close to them to make sure that they weren't gonna notice you and attack you. So yeah, the 2 of the squadrons that are up there see Gum
Actually,
to the
it
south.
wants me to
They
take a
say,
detour.
destroy all humanoids, and they both fire.
Very casual.
They're cold and motionless. They both fire lances out for the south from their robotic bodies towards Gum, hitting AC 10 and 18. So I assume the 18 is a hit.
18 is a hit.
Yeah,
It's flying
I
across
get
the
home
room
now. I
and
will
hits you, Gum.
get something to
Doing
eat, start
15 points of
packing.
damage. Bart, it is your turn. And then after
First
Bart is
unpacking the car, and then put all my PC parts and
It seems like we're just in full
gaming
battle
chair
mode,
and
no
everything we need.
opportunity for, like,
My
talking.
son,
well, that's up to you guys.
his school ends at about 35 minutes,
Crit was treating you
40.
to boot. So, I mean, look,
Hopefully I
from your
can
perspective,
finish
you
packing
don't necessarily
my
need
stuff before he arrives,
The thing at Dunham?
one of the
and then we can drive
squadrons is
south
on the dais.
towards Sandefjord.
There's 4 on the dais next to Quadrant.
John,
if you act like you're
And
already
hello,
on
good morning, Tamara.
and that quadrant screwing them over, then you can turn them against.
You're still a thing, right?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, but it is Mark's turn right now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Could I
Now Google is supposedly taking me
wait from the
through this town
prisoners or
on a route that saves me some time.
All eyes are on that little wizard boy.
Yeah. So I took it. Their little chain.
Just to clarify, I believe you said earlier you're pulling them out to the north, which is the closest exit where they came from.
Yeah. I guess do we want to bring them where they came from? But if it's an exit, it's an exit. So yeah.
Yeah, the only other option would be the one to the southwest, which is kind of far. You'd have to make them jump over the liquid like you did.
And I don't think they can make it. They're all chained up. Yeah, I'll take them to the north.
Okay, yeah, you begin moving them.
What is the time for you now? Is it 6 o'clock or something?
A stealth check. They're gonna have to make one independent of you.
Okay.
That just means that, and honestly, metagame wise, most likely it's gonna be noticed that they're being moved, but you probably will not be noticing. So.
I'll make a stealth check. 29.
So my brother has been driving trains like he's in training now. So he's been working with a colleague that has like a night shift.
Is there anything else you want to do?
So he could not join.
Just FYI, with your full movement, you're pretty much at the door.
He could not join us on this LAN party, sadly.
Minor illusion. I don't see that that's a concentration component. So am I able to cast a minor illusion and still keep my invisibility?
So invisibility says the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
But this is a cantrip.
It's still casting a spell.
Yeah,
Like,
still a spell.
yeah, normally a spell would drop if you have to cast something that's like concentration, but cantrips are still classified as spells. So if you cast a cantrip, invisibility.
Well, if I'm gonna break my invisibility, I want to do something a little more meaningful. So, now that we have moved off the platform, could I cast Cloud of Daggers over the dice?
Yes.
And I'm gonna do it at the third level.
I don't like that. All right, so you can cast it on the dais. Let's see, you got quadrant, we got some squadrons. And how big is the cube that it fills?
I think it's a 5-foot cube,
5-foot cube.
but the range is 60 feet.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how many enemies you'd be able to hit. Who do you want to center on? I assume you want to get quadrant in it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say you'd be able to get quadrant and one of the squadrons that was next to him. We'll say the one that successfully attacked Gum Gum.
What about the other squadrons? How close are they together?
So it's kind of like quadrant in the middle, and then 2 squadrons on one side and 2 squadrons on the other side. They're each grouped up together.
Okay. I think I'd rather hit 2 of the squadrons.
Sure. Would you rather hit the 2 that have act or the 2 that have not acted?
I'll take the ones that have acted.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage on.
Oh, here we go, 16.
So yeah, a cloud of daggers appears on one side of the dais, engulfing 2 of the squadrons which have already acted. And yeah, they do take damage from that. And they flail around a little bit, kind of trying to swat the daggers away from them. Sparks are flying off of their body as the daggers are slashing into them. And that's it for Barty Boy? All right, Mud, you're up, then after Mud is Gum Gum.
But slaps his knee, has violence on himself,
Yeah.
slapper, and turns to the Booleans and says,
That doesn't break your.
does not.
Okay.
This guy's self is not a concentration spell.
Wait, do Booleans have knees?
Okay, then I guess I slap my torso and I say, "Oh, I've heard of that man, that Gum Gum. He's actually I heard he's the man who found our ancient relic that actually gives us our true form without the help of anything that this whatever his face quadrant, if that's what his real name is, he's selling us. I think he actually is on the up and up."
I like this. I like where this is going. Make a deception check, Mud.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Which is a 19.
19. That's pretty good. Let's roll some insight for them.
I like the cut of this guy's jib.
They rolled a 3 on their insight check. So yeah, they're definitely hanging on to your every word. What was that D4? Was that a mistake?
That was my guidance.
Oh. So it's even higher then. 23. Okay, gotcha. They begin murmuring amongst each other. Oh, true form. need for Armageddon.
Wow.
The Tupulians are very interested in what it is you're saying right now.
I feel like we should be on his side and helping him out. This guy seems to be attacking this guy who has the way to our true form.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. The enemy of my friend is my enemy.
Right? I mean, our true form, like it's that's our friend. And I'm fond of that. No, and then I drop the arms from my disguised self. Can I do that?
Yeah, what?
Even the arms that I got from Quadrant aren't even permanent. That's not even a true form. This thing is full. This guy is full of lies. It's full of lies. It's full of lies.
Imran's full of lies. Shocking! What a turn! Yeah, the Tupulians are fully invested, and they're starting to chant along with you.
Vive la revolution!
Can I respond to that?
I'm gonna wait until your turn, Gum Gum. Mud, is there anything else you want to do, or are you happy with that turn?
Yeah, I just start really shaking with curiosity because I don't have arms anymore, so I can't do anything.
Yeah. Okay, so then Gum Gum, it's your turn, then Kyborg, you're after that.
I want to have raised my arm like I cast the daggers.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Do not attack me, or you'll be destroyed. And it's all true. Your so-called wrong is wrong. He's deceiving.
That's too clever for Gum Gum.
No, it's just simple enough.
Uh,
He's deceiving you. He plans to use all of you for his own evil plans. The real arms you look for do not come from Ra and his evil magic. It comes from within you.
Ra is the friendship you had along the way.
And then I hold up the potion or the blood of what we got from Otak, you know, whenever he say, here, this elixir is the beginning of a new beginning. New beginning.
Oh,
You can go on and then
20
begin your
minutes.
own
22 minutes
to run
left.
away from the evil lies of
so you're just holding the bottle up.
Yeah, I show it to them, and then well, yeah, I want to try and persuade them all, to turn. Like the only way is to turn on him, to show him for who he really is, and take him down.
Okay. Yeah. Just I had Mud do the same thing. I need you to make me a deception check.
Is that deception or persuasion?
Deception, because you were lying.
There's some truth in those words.
There's some truth in that.
Actually,
There is. What would you say is wrong or a lie?
you don't know that necessarily Ra is leading them astray, and you don't have a way to give them arms.
Well, I have an idea.
No, you don't. I know you.
The potion.
They drank it all already. Or Mud drank it, and then they sucked Mud's blood to get it out.
But then I got his blood.
But you don't know that the blood necessarily can work that way.
Well, I'm gonna use my inspiration die on that one.
I'm so glad you have an inspiration that you rolled a 6.
It's an 11.
11, a little better.
Oh, but I also have a butt slap.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You just have this head.
What dice is that?
D4.
You can have multiple butt slaps going. Mud.
Let's say yeah.
That's 13.
It's not much added to it.
13.
13. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna roll. Their insight is at a -1 here, so you would want this to be 14 or less. Just 7.
Yes. Even without us cheating, when we win.
So funny watching people when they see my GoPro. Like 90% of them turn their heads quickly. But even though there are so many electric cars nowadays that has like 360 degrees camera,
I'm honestly shocked. I thought it was a waste of time, but yeah, having those names and
I met one person that when she saw the camera, she just smiled and waved.
Genius plan, Gus.
I teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see. So, where would be the place where I could teleport that would have the biggest, like,
Keep right up in Quadrant space, maybe, so you can do barbarian stuff.
yeah, I'll teleport right next to Quadrant.
Just front on him.
So now I'll teleport. You know, I chance it to attack him and point it.
Yeah.
And then I teleport next to him.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll strike recklessly down with my axe.
Okay.
Oh, come on. How many episodes have you made reference to that?
I get to attack you twice. So I'll use the first one, which is
26.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
12 damage against him, and I'm like aiming for his like eye, his eyes. I don't know if I can
And I think today
Sure, why not? So
I'm gonna
you
eat
so mad
dinner
that
at
you
the
teleport
Max
from
Burger
quadrant, you take swing at him with
down
your
at
axe,
down in Dram.
for,
Oh, that was
his
an
eye,
airplane that just
and
landed.
right as your axe is about to impact with
Cool.
his eye, he quickly grabs a squadron next to him and swaps places with it. And you
The airport that you see in front, or that is in front of us, is Norway's oldest airport. It's like maybe, or maybe it's even one of Europe's oldest airports. It's like at least 100 years old. They used to fly F-16s here if they're like want to sell the F-16s to another country. They've been flying and landing here, checking that the airplane is working properly. That's pretty cool. But they closed off or closed the gates up ahead when that happens. Oh, there's a helicopter there as well, taking off. Or is it going in for a landing? Get to the chopper! Not sure if we can hear them. Oh, the helicopter took off. Seems she might be flying. Will come over, fly over. Yep, there he is. Flying over town. Drive! Drive, you fool! Maybe he's going to Sweden, it seems. I know a guy in my class from where, I guess what you call it, from the first and then until this ninth grade, I think, or 10th. He went studied to become a car mechanic, but he also took the helicopter license. And he has asked me if I wanted to join him for a trip to Sweden, getting some to shop basically. But I had to like pay $150 I guess in order to help pay with the gasoline or something. And also my mother's cabin neighbor has a helicopter. She has actually been on several trips with him in the helicopter around the cabin area. He uses his helicopter to fly to the cabin. Yes, he has. I guess he has some money in the bank. Well, I don't think I can live stream to when I'm going to Sandefjord because the sun is going down already. I can maybe try to show you the way. Oh shit, I cannot. I need a new cable because this cable is too short. I could put the camera battery inside. It's too much hassle. Well, I guess I can live stream later with music since you can't see anything most likely later anyways. Unless I'm using the DJI camera, but then you're gonna get shit ton of static noise, which is really annoying.
You end up hitting one of the squadrons instead.
Okay. Doing 12 points of damage. And then I have a second attack as well.
Okay.
And I also begin the revolution! So, can I not attack quadrant?
In game, you wouldn't know, but I'll tell you, metagame, that's one of like Quadrant's abilities. It's just a reaction where I'll tell you once per round he can do that. Where he can swap places with someone who's close.
So is he like now not next to me?
He's still within melee range. They were like right next to each other, so you just have to turn to a diagonal if you want to attack Quadrant.
And then I'll turn to quadrant and then attack him again.
Mhm.
It'd be 14.
Yeah, 14 misses.
I guess that's it.
All right.
Called upon them to attack him and then attack and then teleport and attack.
Gumgum's a revolutionary. He's starting an uprising here.
Dang.
Oh, with help.
Yeah, Kyborg, how do you feel about that?
Oh, I've been waiting for this moment. So, Quadrant's not my sworn enemy because I said Forever Winter, so I'm just going to take a shot with first sword.
Do it.
Let's see. 21.
That hits.
Alright. Doing 9 points of damage. But it says if the attack hits, your sworn enemy takes an extra 3d6 cold damage. But first, let's get a little icy hot up in here because I still got flame arrows from the last episode. So that's 1d6 fire. So I'm gonna do a 6 roll. I'm like nervous. I'm horribly nervous. That's a 6. Alright.
Yeah, you're seeing the person who murdered your entire family right in front of you. So.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling, but it is good. So now I'm gonna switch back over to cold damage, which is 3d6. And that is 12 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, you hit Quadrant, who starts looking around with fury to see the source of the attack.
And then between my attacks, I say, I will have my revenge! And then I shoot another longbow, crystalline arrow,
18. That hits. Alright. That is 6 points of damage plus 1d6 fire damage because of the fire arrows. That's 1 point additional. That's better than 0. So 3d6 cold damage. Some of them special arrows. 13.
Okay. Damage. It's a lot of damage. Quadrant's orange eye glows almost red with anger and fury as it locks onto Kyborg.
I need to get this eye out of him too.
Well, then while he's doing that, then I moon him. I moon him. I say, lock onto this. Tell me to lock onto this. That's the full moon of everyone you're looking at, and I slap it a couple of times. I'm like, the blood moon is out.
Kyborg removes his armor.
No.
I'm hearing.
Oh no.
Is he wearing armor over his posterior?
He was.
Okay.
I pull it back up. It's right back up.
It was a quickie.
You hear that, fair hero? It's the sound of missing listeners. How goes your quest to find them? They might be in your kitchen at this very moment, snacking on hummus, or they could be sitting next to you while traveling via wagon. They look like you or me, but you won't know until you investigate. Trust me, they will thank you for bravely guiding them to the Stinky Dragon. Do you desire to dip your toes in the latest dank drama around the podcast or partake in a heart-pounding poll? Then give us a follow on social media, Twitter or Instagram at Stinky Dragon Pod, or join us on the Stinky Dragon subreddit. Plus, if you tag us on social media using hashtag Stinky Dragon Pod or post on the subreddit, you can have an NPC named after you in the adventure. In fact, here's some recent NPCs that were named after folks that interact with us on social media. The Twillian Treasure Guard, Serpoloni's named after at Lucas Serpoloni, Frankatonks named after at Frank RM00, and Mirandalore named after at Mirandalorian_K. Also, the recipient of the quickest NPC to die in battle award thanks to Kyborg. And a special thanks to some friends who provided voiceover for characters in the previous episode. Sharon Gov is voiced by Kaden Jensen, and Quadrant is voiced by Liz Bear. Alright, is that it for you, Kyborg?
Like I said, I think I used everything else. As a bonus action, you can touch a simple or martial weapon and fuse it. I think I'm going to whip out for the next minute. The weapon deals an extra 1d4 damage, and that could be acid, cold, fire, or lightning, or poison. I feel like, should I just do extra cold damage, or should I be doing fire? Can I perceive which one's being more effective, the fire or the ice, or both hitting?
I'll give you this one. Since Kyborg has a long history with Quadrant, and presumably has been studying and learning over his entire life for how best to beat Quadrant, from your knowledge of after all these years, you would know that cold and fire are equally damaging to Quadrant.
If I make chromatic infusion like fire, even though it's shooting ice arrows, is that negated at all, or can it just look like a really cool ice flaming arrows?
No, flaming ice.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna make them flaming arrows.
Cool.
So I have flaming arrows plus chromatic infusion plus their ice arrows, so they're just like I'm sponsored by Shaq and Icy Hot.
It's funny you say that. We were joking on the side here that it sounded like you were about to do an ad read before we started attacking for Icy Hot.
You're Todoroki from My Hero Academia.
Oh, heck yeah, John.
Did you say academia?
Yeah,
My Hero Academia?
Academia, isn't it?
yeah, Barbara, it's an anime.
Anime?
Academia, is how you pronounce it?
That's how I would. I don't know.
Okay. I think maybe my brain goes Academy, so Academia.
That makes sense.
But that's my turn.
Roll for correctness of pronunciation.
100%. It's probably one of those words I like. There's so much of my vocabulary that I read in the comic book before hearing anybody say it, so I had to just correct my own pronunciation of a lot of words.
Yeah, things are really going Ari right now. I mean, awry. Shoot.
You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
God, that's how I hate that. Okay, now that Kyborg's done, it's a bunch of their turns, and then eventually Bart is going to come back to you, just FYI.
Eventually.
Okay, well, first up, we have Quadrant, who is very angry.
Why?
So he's just been attacked like crazy.
Did I get good rest last night?
And he sees his enemy, Kyborg, showing him his bum.
His bum.
His bum. All right, he's going to make a beeline for Kyborg.
He runs into a mirror.
So you have to go over that moat.
He has
arms and legs, so he can move in a like he can crawl or walk like a biped. What he actually does is he jumps up to the ceiling, grabs onto it, and climbs across the ceiling or down the wall over the course of the distance next to you.
That's my move.
Yeah, it's a very spider mud move. Pulls up close and swings a fiery arm at you. He hits AC 22,
Sure. Yeah.
which I assume is a hit. You'll allow it?
Yeah. Just only because you took your armor off of your butt. That's the only reason why.
No.
Second from Kyborg's and Moon Elf.
It does 8 points of slashing damage. However, it is on fire, so it also does 6 points of fire damage.
Get to the chromatic dragon. Reactive resistance. When you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison damage, you can use your reaction to give yourself resistance to that instance of damage.
Ooh. So you take 3 then from fire.
Okay, there goes my 10 points. Bye bye.
Quadrant says, nice hard. And then hits you with another arm with pure like slamming force, hitting AC 23.
Yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit. Right. So he gets +7.
You're doing 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
What was the roll on that? What did you roll?
A bunch of D10s.
Yeah.
So I can't lucky roll that unless I lucky rolled his attack.
Right, you would have had to have done it immediately.
Yeah. How much was that again?
31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hey guys, Kyborg's tanking this one. He's got it.
Oh God.
Things are not looking well for Kyborg right now.
And now you need to make a strength saving throw.
Come on. That's a 1. Oh my god. We're using lucky.
No. This was the one. He keeps saying it, but he hasn't used it.
18.
Yeah, I think it's a good use.
It is so much damage, it almost knocks you to the ground, but you like steel yourself, maybe like drops you to one knee, but you like pull yourself back up. You manage to avoid being knocked down by the massive amount of damage.
And you only let a little bit of fluid come out of how much that is.
Good thing my pants are already pulled down.
Then Quadrant swings again with a different arm this time.
Yikes.
Yeah, this one is kind of a tentacle-looking arm, hitting AC 16.
I'm a 16.
That hits, doing 29 points of damage.
Are you like okay?
No, I am. It's gonna take one more hit and I'm dead.
Well, lucky for you, that is his final attack.
There you go.
On this round.
How much damage has he taken?
It's like 50 something.
It took quite a bit. I think this thing's 56.
How's he looking?
He's like sparking a little bit. Things are a little rough at the edges.
Yeah.
But he's like he pulls himself up to his full height. Remember, he is large, and lords over you. Kyborg looks down and just says, "It's the Tubulians' turn, who are being roused to insurrection at this point."
Yay!
They're also in the cloud of daggers, are they not?
No, those are the squadrons.
Oh, sorry.
These are the Tubulians who Gum has inspired to overthrow Quadrant.
With my help.
Yeah, with Mud's help. Let's see, what would they do? I'm just trying to
Gum's campaign manager.
So you told them to overthrow Quadrant. You went up and attacked him. I'm trying to figure out if they're going to attack the squadrons that are still up there, or if they're going to go after Quadrant because he moved.
How many are there? There's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a bunch. They're all kind of in a group that's like mob mentality almost. They're all strength in numbers kind of thing. But you know what? The green pool does not affect them. So they're all going to dive into that and go straight up to the dais and begin attacking the squadrons.
Yeah.
These rolls you don't have to worry about. These are just for me. They're attacking the squadrons.
You feel like independence rules happening here. This mothership situation.
So you're going to see me roll a bunch of dice. This is because there's a bunch of different things all at once.
Because this is all adrenaline. You're all simultaneously. Yeah, could you imagine?
No. One of the squadrons up on the dais falls down. Not functional any longer.
Yay!
So one of the ones that got damaged thus far.
Yes. Then as it falls motionless, it explodes. Theater and flames reaching everywhere. Some of the Tubulians fall over, dying in the explosion, but the rest of them seem energized by the combat that's going on. Yeah, it's a big crowd of them. You did this, Gum.
Well, I will stop the stream now since I'm almost home.
So that was the
I will maybe see you later and then drive to Sandefjord.
now it's some of the remaining squadrons that are
So
there.
yeah, catch you then.
What would they do? They don't see Bard. They see Gum Gum up here. They're being swarmed by Tabulians. Kyborg and Quadrant are fighting. They're gonna fight some of the Tabulians because that's the immediate person.
Are they still the cloud of daggers?
That is not these. That's the next ones that are gonna happen. But yes,
And only one has died so far, at least.
one of the squadrons.
Squad.
Of the four. Okay, a few more of the Tabulians fall, but they're still a relatively strong crowd. Now some of the other squadrons go. These are the ones that are cloud of daggers. Rolling more cloud of daggers damage.